forgot to heal the Blastoids.
I realized that when I clicked out.
He's not the one with the water healing move. And okay, speaking of that, should we distribute? Like, first, who should we start with? And then, because of all the preparing you've done.
Generally, my idea here...
If you're starting with those two, it's like, what move are you gonna use for the Eevee? Because again,
I'm probably gonna stack a couple of X items just to be rounded and safe. Because his first few Pokemon kinda suck.
No.
Oh, damn it, I forgot to save.
Aw, fuck. Only good thing is if we fuck.
Wait.
Oh, no, wait, they give you the...
I
think they do give you one final chance to save.
No.
Well, fuck me.
We've got X items. There's no... He starts off terrible. I can stack so much and just sweep through these. It's gonna be broke.
I'm going to hit the Pidgey once.
Pidgey sucks. That's why I'm gonna have no shame in what I'm about to do.
Well, that's also why I'm going to hit it once.
This is why I had...
X defense.
No, special defense.
Okay. Just do the damn thing.
I'm doing this in order. Special defense, physical defense, speed, and special attack.
This might one-shot it.
It might tank. I'm just trying to...
Is either gonna...
Yeah, he has a Mega.
Okay, so it now might actually survive. Also, if you had... Oh wait, no, Billy's on exist. Never mind what I was about to say. Never mind the stupidity I was about to say.
Thanks!
Flinch can
No, not fight. No, not... Damn it. I'm doing the slow crawl because I am an asshole. And you, if you want to, can do the same.
Well, that's why I wanted to get at least a little damage on it all.
Or you could set up a helping hand.
I thought helping hand only worked the immediate turn, meaning if I used it, it would be waste.
No.
Wasted.
No, it'll set me up.
So it will keep you until you use an attacking move?
No, it just sets me up. And good, that thing did survive. So, wow, I slowly and methodically...
The thing, like, the reason I don't like using the X items is because I'm probably going to be swapping a lot.
You can swap!
So that's why I'm not really using them.
Speed first. And
That's why I'm not really using them and I'm just beating the thing down.
Ah!
Now, what's he actually...
Yeah, he has a mirror whack.
Oh, did the game just outplay me?
Yes. Yes, it did.
The game's just kind of intelligent.
But you can outplay the game and swap to the Charizard while I set up my X items.
Again, that's why I'm not doing them. This is the point when the difficulty just melts purely by exploiting the multiplayer.
Yep.
And you see,
Just don't Mega Evolve that thing.
You see, because I'm acknowledging it, I'm not a hypocrite.
I might even stack 2 of those to make absolutely damn...
Please don't use Rock Slide.
No! See? I already looked this up. I knew exactly what we were doing, and this is literally why I Now, I'm at +4, +2 speed, and +2...
I was gonna say I wanna... Yeah, actually, I'm gonna say a flamethrower only has 10 shots. Okay, time to hit him with that 50 damage! Marowak doesn't have a lot of health, does it?
It's tankier than you think it is.
But this is scaling damage, so... Well, non-scaling, so... Okay, it actually has a decent amount of health.
Oh my god, you idiot.
Dumbass.
Let's start setting up Betty Bads and Glitzy Glows. I'm at +4 and...
Dragon Pulse then. I guess.
You just methodically switch as I...
Like I said, like, the Eevee's going to basically... You're essentially going to stay that, and I'm going to stay...
Because you see, he was tanking me at +4. But...
I guess I think it has like a base 100 HP, or at least around there.
It's a beefy boy.
It's actually surprisingly high.
But I'm a beefy boy, and if I need extra X items, I am stacking extra defenses and extra speed. Basically, if I need to... Yeah. You know what? You just swap while I solo these to basically, you just draw fire.
That means he loses his turns, right? And we just gain press turns. That's how this works, right?
I laugh.
Yeah, I was playing a lot of S&T 4.
Sorry, the commentary don't...
Should I use Earthquake?
No. Shadow Ball.
Okay.
Keep me alive.
Okay.
Do not...
It didn't matter anyway!
Do not Earthquake unless I feel we absolutely need it.
Alright, yeah, I'm only going to Earthquake either if it's his last Pokemon that's almost dead, or if you end up swapping to the Charizard because reasons.
Vileplume!
Vileplume. Why was it a Southern Bound for kids dub? But then again, you can, like, ask that about a lot of things in the 4Kids dub, because, like someone pointed out, they would just randomly in, like, One Piece give the most filler nothing background pirates, like, weird accents. Then we have Cockney Shinx.
Even at +4, his Pokemon are kinda tanky.
Well, Vileplume's kinda tanky.
Oh no! Reflect! Whatever will I... Special attack. And yes, I'm just kinda swapping between these two.
It constantly keeps them up. Oh shit, they have 4 restores! Oh god damn, we have to try now. Even though this flamethrower is probably gonna kill it. Hi.
That was cosmic timing.
Should I... Does it have any psychic moves?
I'm pretty sure it does. Go to the...
Ninetales?
No, Blastoise. Just kind of help me pad out here to draw some fire while I set up and rip through this thing. I just basically want you to draw out attacks in case it comes down to it.
Holy shit!
And now he's got a widescreen.
It only survived because of the reflect. He's probably up to 4 restores, so I guess we'll just go neutral dragon damage.
Yep.
You basically only put, like, 1...
And yes, I'm doing resisted, so we can...
I say I'd swap between them, keep the light screen and reflect up.
You know what?
That's a big boy.
You know what? Screw you, game. Screw you. Just... save our Mega Slot.
It's resisted, but he has shit physical defense.
Okay, physical defense is gonna do... It's gonna even out.
I just want to see what the hell happens.
Oh yeah! I forgot you can break screen. Totally slipped my mind. So actually, the stupid Brick Break just saved it.
No! Okay, so then start spamming Batty Bat, and I'm going to start using Brick Break to prevent it from setting up Light Screen and Reflect.
No.
Batty Bat has more...
No, I want a Buzzy Buzz, just...
Okay, Brick Break it is. Then, you know, I actually forgot Brick Break did that too.
I know Pokemon, I swear!
Because, like, no one ever uses it
for that.
Which is funny, because, like, didn't screens roll the meta for, like, 5 minutes back in Black and White?
I'm at +6, motherfucker. Nothing you do is gonna come anywhere close. Wanna hear about it? Wanna hear about this?
This is like double, Dad.
Hey! Plus...
What did you want me to save the Mega for?
No, I wanted you to save... Oh, I got the crit. No, I wanted you to save any of the Megas, because depending on what his last Pokemon was, could radically change...
Like, what is his last Pokemon going to be? Wait, we haven't fought the Charizard yet, have we?
It's the Mega.
Oh, no, Pidgeot. Yeah, because he... Fuck it, I'm just going to Mega and scold it into the ground.
We've won. This is why I wanted you to... Just Mega Evolve. Just go for Scald. You get stabbed. I get super effective. If it does not lose to me smacking it at a +6, if you tank a hit, bye-bye. We win.
Was it half health?
That's why X items are broken. I just soloed this with an Eevee that didn't die.
Except that one time, but we don't talk about that.
He had, like, no coverage for Eevee. I looked at all of his moves. I knew if I stacked the defenses, and I kept setting...
Fighting only beats...
Hold on, before I click to continue, I had +2 in both defenses and kept setting up 50% defenses and light screen and reflex.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah.
And I was +6 in special attack and +2 in speed. Oh man, my reign is already over. That was pretty short. You're the champion now, Carter. And as for me, I've got a new goal to work towards. Take that, you asshole! So, you've done it at last. You've defeated the Pokemon League. My sincerest congratulations.
Congratulations.
You've grown a great deal since you first caught Eevee and set out with that Pokedex. Yes, Carter, you've really come into your own as a fine young man. And Sean, you showed great resolve, never losing heart as you saw your journey through to the end. I did see it, though, in the way that you do battle. The kind heart of yours might still be causing you to hold yourself back when it comes to your Pokemon and to facing Carter. It's hardly much of a weakness, but it may have cost you the battle this time. Regardless, the two of you showed an extraordinary battle. Thanks, Professor. Carter, you understand that your victory was not your own doing, don't you? It was a marvelous bond that you shared with your Pokemon that brought you here. Now, Carter, come with me.
And her! I don't know why she keeps following me, and I just don't know. It's like just the female trainer was 1,000-yard stairs. Oh, they automatically saved the game.
This is where we record forever the Pokemon who have performed so admirably for their trainers here at the Pokemon League. This is the Hall of Fame. Being honored here is one of the greatest joys a Pokemon trainer may achieve. Carter, you've battled hard to become a Pokemon League champion. Let us record this great achievement of yours and your Pokemon for all to remember. And by that you mean mostly Eevee and the X items that I planned ahead with, because I, to be blunt, would rather just X item. Like,
I was thinking of it as a terrible joke. It would be hard to make as like a thumbnail or something, but I was going to say fine, like, what was the, exception of the E because we called it U, it's like, find a picture basically of every, like, nickname we gave to these, like, fuckers and basically editing them in, so it would be like Fafnir from the Mega Man Zero games, Freddie Mercury from Queen, some form of like Earth God from mythology, Crasher, Wake, and then I consider the nickname to the Nine Tails Row because of the one character from Okami. But you don't want to edit all that in, so you don't have to.
Jesus Christ. So, sorry that we didn't kind of shoot the shit as much, but I kind of wanted to focus on the video game.
Because I just had this paranoid feeling that's like we go in, oh, it's going to be easy, we know what we're doing, and the game gets continuous crits. I was expecting that to happen, so I was actually paying attention to the video game. Anyway, that was Let's Go. Honestly, I really do think people...
This game is overhated for terrible reasons that I feel are people looking at the Pokemon Go aspect of catching, which I will admit is kind of jank, and ignoring...
It's kind of jank when you first play it. As you do it, you do start to learn the, like, dimensions and how things work.
Point? Just to bring it up, it was a fucking Eevee, but I was at +6 and the Elite Four was tanking my hits.
Well, that's also another thing. Again, we basically did this in the cheating multiplayer, and even with that, I would say this game, it's really not as easy as people make it out to be, because...
X items are broke.
Well, besides that, it's like, even with us trying, it's like, yes, because both Pokemon would end up doing about half the health bar through the attacks of both, we could, like, solo a Pokemon in, like, 1 to 2 turns. But think about that in the prospect of, imagine all of them on their own.
A one-on-one would take a lot more doing.
So it's actually not as easy as people make it out to be. If you, like, I do feel like...
This game is far harder than people initially thought it was, due to the fact that they actually balance the game. Now... The caveat, and I could see people, because I looked this up, most of the Elite Four only had, like, 2 or 3 moves.
But that's because it goes...
They didn't have cheated nonsense.
One, that, and 2, that goes back to the point I've brought up several times throughout this, but now that we're at the end, I guess I'll kind of try to condense that all into, like, one part. The reason I don't really buy into the myth of Pokemon being too easy now or getting easier is because it's for 2 main reasons. One, the old games were actually not that hard, because if you go look back at the old sets of Pokemon and moves from the original Red and Green and Red and Blue, they're all terrible because of how much shit did not exist back then. So, due to basically, well, not really technical limits, I guess series limits,
the game had such a limited scope of options.
Like, and I wanted to bring this up, but because we're focused on the game, we really couldn't. Dragonite, back in Generation 1, Dragon basically did not exist as a type. It only had a maximum of 2 moves. One that did not do scaling damage, meaning that it did not affect the type chart, and the other one was basically like power 40, making both of them ass.
I thought it was just the scaling damage. I think the power 40 was a Gen 2 move.
I've seen people...
I can look
that shit up later. Anyway, my point with that is because of that fact, that's why Dragonite has such a huge learn set of moves, due to it basically not having any natural dragon moves, and several Pokemon were basically...
I need to bring up something, because a lot of people get confused by that ending, but what they did is really funny. At the beginning of the game, a girl in those flowers says that these are a symbol of someone you love. And the Eevee grabbed you a flower in the end. So, it's a funny little growth moment that a lot of people overlook because they missed the NPC dialogue. Giving these flowers to someone you love is like a sign you care.
Well, that goes back to the point we made of people not paying attention to NPC dialogue. But anyway, we're like probably about to stop there.
And a small bouquet that was made with the heart and soul for a single trainer. Love you too, Eevee.
Okay, so yeah, probably ought to stop in a minute then.
Anybody home? I do want to set up the post game. Hey, go to incoming.
Well, we still have that one thing to do, but that can also be its own recording.
There's a few things, and I would need multiple trades to technically finish this one bit of post game content, but.
Well, I say we at least go through the legendaries, like. At least go for all the legendary birds and Mewtwo. Do that shit, because
I was low-key thinking if I left the legendaries alone because people like shiny hunting streams, I might shiny hunt them just to say I did, but otherwise, I might go for it later if I decide on not shiny hunting.
Anyway, to the point.
Some strong-looking Pokemon have been spotted. What kind of Pokemon? I hear it looks super strong and super cool. The Pokemon near Cerulean City. And apparently it ran into a cave somewhere.
That's Mewtwo, isn't it?
Yes. And now, hold on, before we stop, there are now some important notes that I need to say for post-game. Mewtwo is now available in that cave. Master Trainers exist, and you can now fly up in the sky with Charizard, Aerodactyl, and Dragonite. If you fly in the sky, there is a 1% chance of Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno being a common encounter.
So you can just fly around and run into them instead of going to the areas that they were naturally in.
And you can shiny hunt the flying variant if you're insane. And it's technically easier because you can hold a shiny chain to drop it to 500 odds. But then you need your negative 1% chance odds. Sorry to bug you while your world's expanding. Stop breaking the fourth wall. Remember me? I'm Ronnie from Route 1. Now that you've successfully become champion, I've got news for you. The Master Trainers! Trainers that have spent their whole careers training one specific Pokemon have appeared throughout Kanto. I'd say challenging the Eevee Master Trainer is a good place to start. Head to Pokemon Road if you want to face
Trainers that have
her.
spent their whole life training one Pokemon. Oh god, it's competitive players!
See? You can just do this.
Oh, we could technically do that before.
No! I mean anywhere now, not just that.
Okay, stop flying before you just happen to fucking run into one of them as, a shiny when you take 5 steps out of the first fucking town. That would be god tier to get that on recording, though.
We need to stop, but I do want to show one thing, because I gave someone some misinformation, because at the time I didn't realize what I'm about to show is a thing, not that I'm going to inherently deal with this.
What?
Hold on. Let me...
Ooh, look at that frame rate go. Even the menus are slowed down. Jesus Christ.
Where's trying... Okay. Where are you? I want... There's the Charizard guy. They might be in the building. Hold on. We need to stop, but I do want to point this out because this is something a lot of people miss, but I just don't know where it is. Where I might have to do a small cut to look that up because guides said Indigo Plateau, so I might do the most awkward cut in the world to figure out exactly where this is, unless it's not available at the moment, but it should have been after I beat the game, because there's the Charizard guy, and the other thing I was looking for, there's the Bulbasaur lady. Hold on. me do some quick research and do a hard cut before ending this for one specific thing. Cutting back in after the research. So, if you defeat a small number of Master Trainers, Trainer Red shows up in this area. And as you basically defeat Master Trainers, you can get battles with like red, blue, and even green. But I just didn't know if he was...
We might do a few Master Trainer battles
later to show off the red battle at the very
least. Just to like show off those. But anyway, before we stop to finish my main point, like I said, the game...
We've got a minute, I'll go save him.
The game, it's not as easy... What are you doing?
I wanted to come back in here to make a point. If you rebattle the Elite Four, they are now higher leveled with harder teams.
Might also show that later at some point. But
tongue-tied. As someone making an LP to be educational, I'm just name-dropping some shit.
But anyways,
and giving Carson a minute.
As I said, I really don't buy into the game being easier, but that's because Pokemon in general hasn't gotten easier, because if you, as I brought up as we, went through the Elite Four, the reason Bruno has, an Onix, in the original game he had 2 Onix, was because he only had 3 fighting types, even though they could have given him 5 full fighting types, and a bunch of stuff like that was all throughout Generation 1. Similarly, Agatha is supposed to be Ghost, but Gengar was the only Ghost type, so they gave her Arbok and stuff to fill out and
her team, because it's awful.
Make her poison. And again, this was a general trend in the first games, as we brought up several times before, due to limits of it being the first game in the series and a bunch of moves and stuff not
Nidoking low-key solos the original Elite Four on its own.
That's why it's used for speedrunning.
Yeah, because Nidoking is busted! And in the original Pokemon Gen, Eevees are given to all stats ever. So, your Nidoking will become...
I believe it's go kill 52 Ditto and you basically max out its stats.
But that means everything. Your HP, your attack, your defense, your special, your speed.
It's all like they're a positive nature with max investments.
Yeah! Nidoking, it's just... Nidoking is broke!
And the second point I wanted to bring up, which is a point I genuinely don't understand why people don't listen to it. The older games flat out had to cheat to make themselves harder by having you fight Pokemon that are lower level than they're supposed to be. Or have
we do need to be wrapping this up.
That's why I just wanted to quickly bring that up, because, I feel you kind of can't argue that if a game has to cheat to make itself harder, it is objectively artificial difficulty, because the game is using resources it should not have at that point in the game.
Sorry we didn't talk about Detective Pikachu more,
we can do that in post-game shit.
But, my final caveat point, we do need to end this, and I'm sorry I extended this, but I do need to say this, and I've said this a few times, but I keep reiterating, where some people say our LPs kind of suck, but I feel sometimes I would rather focus on the game instead of trying to force myself to be funny, because if I focus on the goddamn game, I might be able to actually offer advice.
Just, when the spicy hot takes, this game not being the worst thing Pokemon has ever done, but apparently that's Sword and Shield now, even though the game literally hasn't come out.
You can say a lot, but you have to admit, our Pokemon knowledge and info was on point. Even though I forgot Brick Break destroys Light Screen and Reflect, but that's because I never use Brick Break for that.
But it's also because the hilarious thing is...
Most Light Screen and Reflect setters are also Psychic types, so
and also most, even single-player Light Screen and Reflect don't come up. But anyway,
hey, but when it happened, and it broke it, I was like, oh yeah.
Can of course go, more into this with Sword and Shield, depending
we really do need to...
That's why I just wanted to make it quick, like I said, those are the two reasons I don't believe that Pokemon is, like, becoming easier, is because the old games, for the most part, like...
Honestly, I would be...
Generation 1 and 2, they didn't really cheat that much.
Honestly, I would make the argument that Pokemon isn't easier, it's just finally fair.
Yes, and again, it's also very much a game series based around when you know what things do, like as shown in the Elite Four, not counting the X item thing. It's like you looked up what the Elite Four's team and moves were, knowing what moves they exactly...
I did a bunch of dirty research to make sure that we could hard counter, and everything I told you that was going to happen basically played out. Like against the Marowak, where I was like, don't worry, it doesn't really pack rock. And you just kept switching and you dodged Boomerang.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I was like, you know what, fucking X items, because I would rather not lose since we didn't save. Call me cheap if you want, but it was at least an item.
And let's go.
Ultimately, we need to finish this without kind of sounding like I'm stroking my own ego as I wrap this up. In the end, I would rather have us focus on the Elite Four and their type matchups and what would be better, because ultimately we had a very successful Elite Four run by actually planning and discussing it.
Literally, the only thing that died was the Ninetales, because...
And the Eevee getting punched in the face like I thought it would. Okay. Because I didn't realize my Eevee was faster than that Machamp. Because Machamp actually has like a 65 speed tier.
But it's because its attack and HP were both really good.
That's my...
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to focus on the goddamn video game and stop trying to force yourself to be funny.
But anyway, we can... Yeah. Alright, let's go more into stuff when we get basically to Sword and Shield, but, like, just the last point, a lot of people commonly, like, as an answer to the Pokemon was never hard or whatever, and it's like, it was just you being a stupid child that didn't know how the type chart worked. They will commonly bring up certain fights from, like, Platinum or the Heart Gold and Soul Silver remakes, but as I said, I feel those fights are hard due to artificial difficulty, because Mars is a cheating cunt and has a purr ugly that is like 15 levels lower than it should be. That thing evolves at level like 33. She has one at like 23.
It's ridiculous, but...
It's like 10 or 15 levels lower than it should be.
Now is not really the time to...
That's why I said we can go more into that with Sword and Shield. You can end the thing now.
I am sorry about the ramble. Hold on. If I did an awkward hard cut past any of that to this point, we were just kind of discussing things, but sometimes I leave long-winded endings in, and a bunch of popular LB people have done that too.
I just did that because we were at the
end of the
LP.
This is the main end. If we come back for post-game content at a later date, that'll all be listed as post-game. This was the end of the story. The Elite Four has been defeated. Post-game might be posted at a later date if I decide to. The problem was, due to not being able to trade, that means I can't get trade final forms, meaning master trainers can't be beaten, and that's its own thing, and that's just a huge mess, and that kind of arbitrarily locks some content. That sort of pisses me off. And we skipped the legendaries in their entirety because I wanted to focus on the story, but I have padded this out way too long. I hope you all enjoyed the story mode of Let's Go Eevee. If we post the post game, you will see that in the playlist. And if you're watching this at a point where the post game content is up, it's after the main LP, but this has been the main LP. Next time we play Pokemon, it's probably going to be Sword and Shield, because I can't easily record older generations. But I am padding this out way too long. We just had some points we needed to make. See you guys next time for either the post game if we decide to do it, or if it's Pokemon content, it's going to be Sword and Shield. But also see you guys next time for other LPs, because we have far more content than just Pokemon. I have tons of playlists. I got tongue-tied. Awkward ending aside. Goodbye for now, guys. Here comes the Inslate. So today I have 2 questions. Question 1. What did you guys think of the champion fight? In my opinion, his team is pretty solid, but he's not that hard to beat. He lacks a lot of good coverage moves, and he has absolutely no coverage for normal types, meaning it's pretty easy to steamroll him with a normal type. Now for my second question, what did you guys think of the LP? Overall, I really enjoyed recording this game. I think this game is overhated, and I'm happy me and Carson got to share our Pokemon opinions and knowledge with you guys. Overall, I tried to spin this LP in a way to talk about Pokemon while also being educational. I know our commentary wasn't the best the entire time, but I think our Pokemon info was really good. And I'm happy I got to spread some of my Pokemon knowledge, and I'm sure Carson would agree with me. But anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. My social media links are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and leave some comments. If you want to keep up with our videos, hit the subscription button and ring the notification bell. And if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.